Oak Island Season 13 opened with a discovery so shocking that it nearly shut the entire operation down overnight. This time, it wasn't a coin, a piece of wood, or another tunnel. The team reportedly struck something incredibly old and heavily protected, an object so significant that everything changed the moment it reached the surface. Lights were cut, cameras were ordered off, and a restricted area was created within minutes. Why? Because what they found wasn't just historically important. According to whispers from the site, it was potentially dangerous. Workers quietly suggested that the discovery might be connected to a powerful hidden network, the kind of thing monitored by governments, private collectors, and even the Vatican. Rick and Marty Lagina didn't look thrilled. They looked stunned, as if they had just crossed a boundary no one was meant to cross. If you want to understand what Season 13 really unearthed, keep reading. Oak Island, located in Nova Scotia, Canada, is a small and seemingly ordinary place on the surface. Yet for centuries, it has been the center of legends about one of the world's greatest lost treasures. Some believe the treasure buried there isn't just gold or silver. Many think it might be something capable of altering history itself. This is why countless expeditions have been launched over the years. But every time someone seems close to finding the treasure, strange events occur. Oak Island's most famous feature is the Money Pit, first discovered in 1795 when a group of boys found a mysterious circular depression in the ground. As they dug, they found wooden platforms placed every 10 feet, almost as if the pit had been designed as a trap. Eventually, the pit flooded, forcing them to stop. Ever since, it has remained the island's most baffling location, producing many clues, but never the final treasure. Another mysterious landmark is Nolan's Cross, a formation of 5 large stones arranged in the shape of a cross. Many believe this structure could be connected to ancient secret groups like the Knights Templar. Over the years, numerous artifacts, old coins, weapons, carved stones, have been discovered across the island, hinting that something extraordinary might have been hidden there long ago. Rick and Marty Lagina's team on the Curse of Oak Island has carried out some of the most extensive excavations ever done on the island. They've uncovered a lead cross, fragments of ancient weapons, and various artifacts, but the core treasure still remains elusive. With every new season, viewers hope the mystery will finally be solved. Season 12 thrilled fans with surprising discoveries. Near the garden shaft, the team found unusual stones and carved wooden pieces suggesting major construction took place centuries earlier. In the Money Pit, they uncovered old metals and signs of a sealed structure, convincing the team that they were nearing a breakthrough. The most talked about find was a small lead cross with strange markings that some historians linked to the Templar Knights. This led the team to focus more on potential religious connections and ancient organizations tied to the island's past. They also uncovered old maps and documents hinting at a vast hidden chamber beneath the island. But then the season ended with a dramatic twist. Machinery suddenly malfunctioned. Odd noises came from below, and team members reported strange shifts in air pressure. Many felt they were standing on the edge of a major revelation. Season 13, however, immediately felt different. From the first episode, it was clear that the stakes had risen. As soon as digging began, unusual incidents started happening. Metal detectors malfunctioned without explanation, sometimes beeping wildly, other times falling silent. Rick thought it might be a technical issue, but Gary Drayton suspected a magnetic force interfering with the equipment. As they dug deeper, things became even stranger. One night, faint, unsettling noises echoed from far below the ground. The sounds were so unusual that the team paused in shock. Some believed the noises came from underwater passages, while others thought they were vibrations from a sealed chamber. Marty quickly shut down the site and brought in special scanning instruments, but the readings were nothing like normal scans. Instead, the screens displayed distorted shapes and unidentifiable signals. Then, one of the workers inside the garden shaft reported feeling movement underneath him, as if something shifted deep in the earth. At first, the team dismissed the strange sensations as simple exhaustion. But when more workers reported the same thing, Rick and Marty knew something unusual had to be buried below. That realization pushed them to dig even deeper. Early in the season, viewers could sense a mix of excitement and unease across the entire crew. When Gary uncovered an old iron fragment and several oddly carved stones, the audience felt the same chill he did. These discoveries made it clear that the Oak Island mystery was edging closer to a breakthrough. Then came the moment that stunned everyone. During excavation, something suddenly shimmered on the camera feed. The footage was blurry, but whatever was underground was huge and unmistakably unusual. Marty immediately halted filming and ordered the entire crew to evacuate. Viewers were left wondering what could possibly be hidden beneath Oak Island, something that had remained untouched for centuries. The beginning of season 13 made one thing very clear. This wasn't just another treasure hunt. Something far bigger was unfolding, something connected to history, religion, and power on a scale that no one expected. Every episode seemed more intense, more mysterious, and more dangerous than the last. Secret government interference. As the team dug deeper, the atmosphere grew even stranger. Fans felt that the long-awaited discovery might finally be close. But then something happened that shocked everyone involved. One morning, Rick and Marty arrived to find several unfamiliar individuals already on the site. These people didn't look like workers. They looked like government agents. They carried advanced equipment and official-looking paperwork, making it clear this wasn't a casual visit. Whenever the team asked questions, the agents responded with polite but vague answers. Marty instructed the camera crew to film the encounter, but one agent stepped forward and ordered all cameras shut off. Rick, Marty, and the entire production team were stunned. It was the first time anyone had deliberately tried to stop the show from documenting what was happening. The agents then blocked off certain areas and refused to let anyone inside. They claimed it was for security reasons and insisted the excavation be paused, but refused to explain why. This only raised more suspicion. Rick tried repeatedly to get answers, but no one told him anything useful. It began to feel as though something was being concealed. Something the public was never meant to see. Rumors spread quickly that Oak Island might be hiding more than treasure, perhaps something tied to national security or a long-protected secret. The Discovery crew realized the situation had become more serious than they had ever imagined. From that point on, one question echoed through the entire season. What is the government trying to hide? A newly discovered secret chamber. Despite the interference, Rick and Marty refused to give up. As soon as they were allowed to continue, they headed straight back to the area near the garden shaft, the same place where strange sounds and clues had appeared in season 12. Within days, unusual signals began showing up underground. When Gary Drayton scanned the area with his detector, it detected a massive metal object deep below. But from the readings, it didn't seem like ordinary metal at all. It appeared to be part of a large structure. The team continued digging and soon uncovered strange wood and stone formations. Rick became convinced that something significant was hidden there. Eventually, they discovered a narrow passage that led to a sealed chamber. The opening was far too small for anyone to climb through, so Marty decided to send in a camera. They prepared a special drone camera and carefully guided it inside. At first, the chamber was pitch black, but as the camera moved forward, faint glimmers appeared. Soon, ancient markings and strange symbols came into view on one of the walls. These symbols matched ones found on Nolan's cross, and the lead cross discovered earlier. Rick and Marty exchanged shocked looks. They knew this chamber might be tied to a major historical event. But the biggest reveal came moments later. The camera turned a corner and revealed a large sealed metal container. Its surface was covered in old carvings and mysterious symbols. Then, without warning, the camera feed began glitching and suddenly shut off completely. The room fell silent. Marty ordered everyone to pull back immediately, while Rick said this discovery went far beyond treasure. They had uncovered a secret protected for centuries. After seeing the footage, everything changed. The team realized that whatever was inside that chamber could reshape how the world understands history. The questions grew deeper and more intense. Was the chamber filled with gold? Was it hiding something even more powerful? Something governments and powerful groups didn't want exposed? At that moment, the Oak Island dig stopped feeling like a TV show. It had become one of the greatest mysteries ever uncovered. What was found? Leaked reports. When word spread about the chamber's video footage, discussions exploded everywhere. The Discovery Channel chose not to release the full video, but leaked information soon began circulating online, stirring global curiosity. According to these leaks, the chamber didn't just contain treasure, it held something far more mysterious and potentially dangerous. First, the leaked reports claimed there were large quantities of gold and silver coins inside, along with gold bricks covered in unusual carvings and symbols. This didn't look like ordinary treasure. It appeared to have been intentionally preserved, as if it served a specific purpose. Along with it, there were precious gems and ancient jewelry, items that could be tied to forgotten civilizations. But the biggest shock came from leaks describing a sealed container found inside the chamber, unlike anything ever seen before. It was made of a strange metal and covered in mysterious symbols. Some experts suggested these markings might be linked to the Knights Templar or another secret religious order. According to the leaks, when someone touched the container, the temperature in the chamber shifted instantly, and a faint sound echoed around it, as if the object held some kind of energy. These reports ignited a firestorm of debate. Many people started to believe the container could hold something far more powerful than treasure. Some theorized it might be an ancient artifact capable of reshaping our understanding of history and religion. Social media platforms like Reddit exploded with speculation. Some claimed it was alien technology. Others argued it could be an ancient weapon. These leaked details pushed the Oak Island mystery into darker, more dangerous territory. If the information were true, this discovery wouldn't just be part of a TV show. It would become one of the most significant finds in human history. But with growing secrecy, the world began asking, why is the truth being hidden? And why are governments and influential organizations suddenly so involved? The Vatican connection Oak Island has always carried an air of mystery, but things escalated when the Vatican's name began appearing in discussions. As soon as details about the container and its religious symbols spread, historians immediately linked them to the Knights Templar. This ancient order was believed to have protected priceless and powerful artifacts centuries ago. The Vatican has been subtly associated with Oak Island for generations. Many believe the Knights Templar served the church and that some of the items they safeguarded were not just valuable, but spiritually dangerous. These weren't ordinary treasures. They were sacred objects capable of influencing global religion and power structures. When the cross found in Season 13 and the symbols carved onto the chamber walls were shown, people began to suspect that this mystery was tied to a long-lost religious secret. Soon after, unfamiliar individuals started appearing around the island. The team noticed strangers watching the excavation from afar, calm, observant, almost too professional. Rumors spread online that these might be undercover Vatican operatives. The Vatican has long been rumored to maintain a secret group that retrieves religious artifacts around the world and keeps them hidden. They never appear publicly, but whenever mysterious religious objects surface, their name is whispered. Rick and Marty's team also noticed that after the chamber footage leaked, certain areas of the dig were abruptly closed without explanation. Suspicion grew when government officials and unknown individuals were seen entering the site privately. It became clear this was no longer a simple treasure hunt. It had evolved into a major political and religious puzzle. Now the world is asking, is there truly an artifact buried under Oak Island that holds immense religious and political power? Would the Vatican hide it forever? And if the truth were revealed, could it rewrite history? This growing tension is making Season 13 feel more dangerous than any season before. Social media erupts. When leaked clips and details from Oak Island, Season 13 began spreading online, the internet exploded. People on Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube couldn't stop discussing the mystery. Hashtags about the secret chamber and Oak Island's treasure began trending. Thousands shared theories, debating what might truly be hidden below the island. Some users argued this wasn't just gold. Perhaps it was evidence of an ancient civilization lost to time. Reddit discussions became especially intense. People analyzed old maps, documents, and screenshots from the show, trying to uncover clues. A few even claimed they had seen leaked government files suggesting the site was under surveillance. YouTube creators jumped in with their own explanations. Some believed the Vatican was involved. Others thought the discovery could reshape world history. Even memes started spreading, joking that if Rick and Marty didn't find treasure, at least they had uncovered a treasure chest of memes. But beneath the humor, serious concerns were growing. Tension within the team. While social media was in chaos, things were becoming strained within the Oak Island team too. Rick and Marty, usually united, began disagreeing for the first time. Rick wanted to keep digging and record everything, no matter what. Marty felt the situation had become too dangerous, and that defying government orders could put them all at risk. This conflict spread through the crew. Some members admitted they were afraid, saying this was no longer just a television series, but a secret that could threaten lives. A few workers even chose to quit the project. Others avoided speaking on camera, afraid their words might be heard by the wrong people. Even Gary Drayton, normally upbeat and enthusiastic, was unusually quiet. His silence suggested he might be hiding something profound, or he was deeply unsettled by what they had discovered. The tension within the team grew so intense that they had to pause the excavation several times. But the biggest shock of season 13 came when the dig was abruptly shut down one night with no warning. Everything happened so fast that the crew didn't even have time to process what was happening. When they arrived at the site, they found a group of unfamiliar individuals already there. These people were dressed entirely in black and carried official documents. Rick and Marty tried to speak with them, but were firmly told that all digging was to stop immediately. The Discovery Channel was also given an official order to halt all filming. When Marty asked for an explanation, he received none, only a vague statement that the situation now involved national security. Moments later, the team was escorted off the island, and heavy security forces moved in to surround the entire area. Viewers were stunned. The only footage shown was the team driving away, clearly shaken, frustrated, and confused. After that, the Discovery Channel went completely silent, releasing no official comment. This silence only fueled the audience's anger and curiosity. Rumors spread quickly online. Some believed the show had been caught in a major legal dispute. Others thought the government had intervened to prevent the truth from being exposed. Many claimed the discovery inside the chamber was so dangerous that revealing it to the world might cause global panic. The Oak Island mystery grew even deeper and more complicated after this event. Fans were left wondering what had really forced the shutdown. Was it truly just about treasure? Or had the team uncovered something so powerful and world-changing that it needed to remain hidden forever? This moment became the biggest cliffhanger of season 13, leaving viewers anxiously waiting for what comes next. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Oak Island's most mysterious season, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Timefold channel.